listening to the smooth sounds of Rick and Thaddeus music.
We'll start at the bottom of the list. The bottom of the list is one of the greatest MCs ever, so that means nothing. That guy, to me, I remember being in high school, and I remember being from the South and hearing this guy, actually his group, but I'm calling him out as solo. The other guy is very respected as well. But I remember hearing this guy and the effect he had on me and my peers at that time, being from the South. So, cause at that time in the South, in my opinion, my brother was a DJ. Shout out to my brother Daryl C. You know, and Daryl C. and bruh to DJ back in the day. Shout out to them. That's why I used to be with them at the skate ring. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely know the music. But shout out to them. But it came from that situation with my brother, them to kind of influence me to where how I think now. So, and then at that time it was just like straight booty shake music. That's what we're gonna call it, club music. That's how the South was known for. 95, it was 69 Boys, 95 South, and all those toys. That's what we was known for in my mind. That's all I heard. And Kilo and all of them, you know. So we're gonna go back to that. So when I got an opportunity to hear these guys in high school, and they was from the South, it changed my mind. So. Long story short, kinda. My number 5 MC, and again, this ain't no particular order, kinda, because I'm just talking about industry standard. It's my guy, Outkast own Andre 3000. Now, some of y'all might be shocked, but I gotta put Andre in my top 5 because Andre and Outkast itself did something that, again, the previous situation that I explained to you guys about how I remember it affected me and my peers, how it's like so great to hear for me being a fan of New York music, hearing somebody from the South that was spitting like that. I just couldn't believe it, you know what I'm saying? Because that's my first time I got exposed to it. Because my first exposure was up north music, and then the booty shake music. So then I heard Outkast, and then I just realized that guy there is something special. Again, it's the group. The group gets all the glory, but I'm just pulling out specific MCs, and I gotta give my guy 3K my number 5 spot. What's next? And what's next is gonna be my number 4. Now, number 4 and number 5 is both from the South. The first time, so. You heard my story about Andre. So we got the question of who influenced Andre. You know, for him to be able to think differently than what surrounded him. You know, being in Atlanta, being in the South, and for him to think differently and want to make some music like Southern Playlist and Cadillac music. You know, so for them to do that, what influenced them? So I had to think of like. It had to have been somebody lyrical. And the first thing that I could think of that was somebody that was lyrical enough at that time. There was a lot of legends around at that time. But I'm trying to think like who was around at that time and who is still also considered to be one of the great legends, even though everybody that participated in that era was great. So I had to put number 4 as Scarface. So yeah, Scarface made real music from day one. I ain't never heard a whack verse from Scarface ever. I've never even heard a whack song from Scarface. Either you had to be just super intellectual and open your mind up to listen to him, and then these are Southern artists, and that's what influenced me a lot. But again, this is not my top 5. This is the top 5 of what I think hip hop history should recognize. And if you disagree, hey, go ahead and put your comments down there in the comment section, and let's talk about it because, hey, I'm just giving you my opinion. While cooking Sunday, again, kind of humble. I got the meat browning over here. I'm gonna go ahead and chop up my veggies. Y'all sit on 5 and 4 and let me know how y'all think
Got
about it.
niggas
And
thinking
again,
my flow
thank
just
y'all.
really been heaven sent. I was sent with the purpose, only to represent. Died for your sins, now it's time for y'all to repent. All the years spent finding my way, shedding tears, eating off the plate of the experience of my peers. It was all a lesson, so my blessing, I see them coming. Got visions of business.
All right, so we're back.
It's up and running, so
I got the meat simmering in the McCormick sauce, and I mixed it up in a bowl with a little bit of water, put it in here and let it simmer. The deal is right now is just kind of let the meat kind of just simmer in that mixture of water and McCormick's, because McCormick's got the best seasoning to me. They need to send me a check for that one, but they do. But if you I already got the meat itself marinated, but then we'll let the McCormick sauce also marinate in this meat by simmering it very, very low and making sure that it simmers. So I'm gonna do that for a while, let that simmer. But at the same time, I got my veggies over here. They're chopped up and ready to go. Got potatoes and I got carrots. So it's a stew. So if you're cooking a stew, it's a Saturday night. We're in December here in Georgia. It's kind of chilly, so I'm thinking like you're gonna want something nice hearty. So I was thinking stew tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and I got nice big chunks of potato and carrot. I'm kind of letting that simmer. Now, if you chop up a potato, most people know this, but if you don't, and you take the skin off of it and you want it to sit for a minute, if you don't put it in some water, it's gonna get real brown and real nasty, and that ain't real pretty when you try to make a plate. So I'm about making sure that the plate is pretty too. So I got it soaking in water for a moment while the meat finished simmering, and then we'll go ahead and continue the conversation, and I'll throw these in there in a moment. So again, tonight's conversation was my top 5 or the industry's top 5, dead or alive. So I gave y'all my 5 and my number 4. We're gonna continue with the list. So my number 3, I had some internal dealing with when I made this list, or we had that conversation with my cuz, because it really changed my mind, and it's very controversial based on my last video when I gave y'all my explanation of who I am, like what molded me the best, which was as an artist, which was Jay-Z. So yeah, so my number 3 was a little real, it was kind of tricky for me. So I had to put my number 3 at being kind of a slash. It's a tie. So I got my guy.